Check in. Irish. So we will check in.
Whereas the King of Dublin was a hibernal Norse king, a man named Silverbeard. And Silverbeard survives and continues to be the King of Dublin, despite the Vikings being defeated. Now he's surrounded by the Irish Gaelic clans, so he wants to sort of make friends in a certain sense. So he meets the Pope, he is converted in 1030, he returns to Dublin and demands that the first church be built within the city walls of Dublin. That is the beginning of Christchurch Cathedral, right? Now, just like Dublin Castle, the Vikings build it, the Anglo-Normans are going to rebuild it, and everything that they see that's in their way, they're just going to wipe it off the face of the planet. So the Anglo-Normans, who are staunchly Christian, and these are the same guys who do the Crusades, they're going to build a large Romanesque crucifix-shaped cathedral that is still very much so the body of this cathedral itself. Again, we're back to Dublin Castle. The big fire in 1684 that burnt down Dublin Castle also burns down this church. Around this area here, it was packed with buildings made of timber and straw, so the fire raged through the city. Now, the people of Dublin, they loved their cathedral though, right? So they created a chain of men and women up and down towards the River Liffey, and they handed up buckets of water to try and save the church as best they could. Well, look, the same offer was not given to Dublin Castle, to say the least, right? So look, the church was still destroyed even with their efforts. And at this particular time, we're in the middle of what we call the penal laws. The penal laws had first been rolled out in the 1620s across both Britain and Ireland. They were basically laws enshrined to make sure that Protestants were the wealthy upper class of society and Catholics were the poorer working classes. Now, there's a lot of laws and they exist for over 208 years. So we can't really go into all of them or even go into any of them at this particular stage. But the long and short of this is that a Catholic cathedral at this particular time, there was no way that it was going to get any money from either the Crown or the government for its rebuilding. So this building is totally allowed to fall into disrepair through the entirety of the 18th century. In 1752, the entire roof, this section over here, completely collapses. It destroys the body of Strongbow, the leader of the Anglo-Norman army, who had been interred in here after his life in Ireland from the 1170s. It is not until they'll pay for the restoration of the cathedral. And so what's really popular at that time is Gothic revivalism. So they try to make buildings look more medieval by adding gargoyles and flying buttresses and parapets and arrow slits. And of course, parapets and arrow slits are defensive features that belong on medieval castles and make very little sense on a church that no one's ever physically attacked before, right? But it is the church that we have now to this day. If you do the tour, I recommend two things. Go for the 8 a.m. tour. I was doing tours earlier, like early morning the other day, and I heard some very unprofessional bell ringers. I know that in low season they try to bring everybody up into the medieval staircase and into the bell tower to ring the bells. But in high season, I think it's only the first tour of the day. So if you really want to do something like that, I'd recommend booking the early tour. And then beyond that, I'd also say the tour itself brings you down into the crypt of the church itself. Now the crypt has a few sort of interesting treasures, one of which would be the heart of St. Lawrence O'Toole. Lawrence O'Toole was a 12th century bishop of Dublin, beloved by all and sainted quite early on. And his heart was kept in a lead box, and it was on display in Christchurch Cathedral from the middle of the 12th century until 2012. In 2012, somebody stole the heart of St. Lawrence O'Toole, and it was missing for 6 years until 2018. Supposedly it was returned after a phone call to the police force saying the heart of St. Lawrence O'Toole is buried in a freshly dug hole by the paper cross that's where John Paul did the mass in 79. Go there to try to do the and there it was, the heart of St. Lawrence O'Toole.
gonna eat and drink.
Here, got the red, which makes circle. If you're just coming off that escalator, join me up here in the middle. We're going to do a brief introduction before you head off on your self-guided tour. Now this is the home of Guinness. This is where Arthur Guinness began his journey back in 1759. And he started off here by signing this 9,000-year lease. Now 9,000 years is a massive commitment for anyone to make, but we believe that he was a man of vision. If you have a look down the bottom right hand corner, you'll see his signature, which is now known all around the world as it's French on every bottle and can of Guinness today. If you have a look upwards and around, you'll see the glass panelling which surrounds us. This makes up the world's largest pint-shaped glass. Now, if this glass were to be filled with Guinness, it would take 14.3 million pints. That's about 3 times Ireland's population. Now, have a look at around each level on this building on your tour, beginning through the ingredient section here behind me. On level 2, as part of every tour, you're going to head through the tasting room to get a little sample of Guinness and a guided tasting. Level 4 has our upgrade bars, so here in the Academy you can learn to hold your own pint, or in the Scouty you can get yourself imprinted on top of a pint. Up on level 5 we have some bars and restaurants if you'd like something to eat. And finally, you all have your ticket for the very top gravity bar, where you can enjoy a pint while overlooking the wonderful panoramic views of Dublin City. So all we do with the Cage Meal of Alta, this translates to 100,000 welcomes. Cage Meal of Alta, Dr. I hope you all enjoy your tour. If anyone needs an audio guide for translation, head over to your right. Otherwise, straight and behind me here to begin.
Start now. Wow, look at that. Wow, wow, wow,
You can't just go straight to it. You can't go straight right, okay? Yeah.
are struck. The mole driving home the child. Another handmade cask is ready for the road, and the look of satisfaction on the face of Master Cooper Dick Flanagan shows justifiable pride in a difficult job well done. The craft of the Cooper is dying, but thankfully we have managed to preserve this little piece of history for future generations to see, which shows the skill of the Master Cooper and the ancient craft of coopering.
Options the new creators paint murals that valorize, exalt the beauty, the labour, the reality. This working class community will not be denied. And the speak of the city is easy. Tell me her heart is a guiding soul still.
put it together or?
Is it already printed? Okay.
Oh, that's my noise.
We'll get you a second one there.
Cheers.
We get a free pint of
Cheers. Guinness.
We're drinking ourselves.
Tasty. Tasty.
Like that.
Kind of starts with
It does go from that system.
yeah. Okay, I want to eat.
Window seat. Be like that, Stella. That's perfect. You see? Oh, hello. These were already small, so it's going to top them up now.
thought it wasn't so good, but environment, Guinness, and look at that outside.
I think you jumped in there, but
Look at that beautiful view. And of course Guinness. Fuck is that?
maybe
70
just get
euros.
one around the corner, maybe cheaper.
Yeah.
Should we go out? That's the exit. Very flawed.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, fridge magnet.
No.
Exit up.
Guys, it was wonderful and Guinness factory. So we're going back to hotel. We're going back to the temple bar. We stay. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Should we come in that door?
Yeah, open. And thank you for watching this video. It's a wonderful, wonderful day in Guinness factory and the pubs and enjoy. I enjoy a lot. I hope you too with me. And see you soon, guys.